Four men met in 1906 and unwittingly changed the course of education in America.
Welcome to Eternal Moments. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start.
In 1975, Elton John became the center of attention when he received his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Dressed in his unmistakable style, full of glitter and extravagance, he greeted a crowd chanting his name. Photographers snapped away as he smiled proudly. That day, the young British pianist ceased to be just a musician and became an immortal icon of the entertainment world. In 1860s Paris, Cora Pearl defied all rules of decorum and morality. Born in England as Emma Crouch, she reinvented herself as the most famous and scandalous courtesan of the Second Empire. She bathed in champagne, dyed her hair and her dog the same color as her dresses, and was even served naked on a platter at high society banquets. Her life was a spectacle of luxury, provocation, and power in an era dominated by appearances. On June 7, 1990, Steven Spielberg cut the ribbon at Universal Studios Florida, marking the birth of a new temple of cinema and imagination. Around him, celebrities and officials applauded as cameras captured every second of that historic moment. It was more than an opening. It was the realization of the dream of bringing cinema to the public in a living, tangible way. That day, Hollywood officially expanded to Orlando. In 1939, at the age of 74, Jan Sibelius emerged as Finland's greatest cultural icon, admired everywhere. The color photograph captures his serene and thoughtful expression, a man who brought Finnish music to the entire world. His legacy resonated beyond borders, inspiring pride and awe. In this image, we see a genius who, with every note, defined his country's identity. On September 9, 1956, Elvis Presley burst into American homes during his first appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show. With every hip sway and heart-wrenching note, he captured the attention of 60 million viewers, a staggering 82.6% of the television audience. That moment not only cemented his fame, but transformed a young singer into an unprecedented cultural phenomenon. Rock history was never the same after that night in Los Angeles. In 1987, Hollywood legends gathered to celebrate 75 years of Paramount Pictures, creating an epic scene of glamour and nostalgia. From classic icons to contemporary stars, the red carpet glittered with talent and style. Every face recounted decades of cinematic history and memorable hits. That photo captures not just a celebration, but a living tribute to the magic of Hollywood. In 1953, the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II ushered in a historic era for the United Kingdom and the world. Captured by Cecil Beaton, the image captures the majesty and solemnity of the moment, with every detail of the royal attire carefully displayed. The young monarch, serene and elegant, symbolized both tradition and modernity. That moment immortalized the beginning of a reign that would endure as an icon of stability and ceremony. In 1937, Cynthia, the life-size mannequin designed by sculptor Lester Gaba, began to challenge the line between art and reality. Gaba took her to parties and nightclubs where the attendees treated her like a guest. Columnists soon wrote about her as if she were a real person, catapulting her to fame. Her popularity reached such a level that she graced a cover of Life magazine, becoming an unexpected celebrity. In 1933, the streets of Chicago erupted in jubilation as the end of Prohibition was announced. Excited crowds gathered to celebrate the freedom to once again enjoy alcohol legally. Smiling, with bottles and glasses in hand, the city experienced a historic moment of overflowing celebration. That celebration captured the euphoria of a nation ready to leave behind years of restrictions and secrecy. On April 6, 1990, the four Seinfeld stars took the stage for one of their final bows after a day of filming the iconic finale. Jason Alexander, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Michael Richards, and Jerry Seinfeld shared a moment filled with nostalgia and camaraderie. The image captures the farewell to an era that defined television comedy. That moment is etched as the closing of a legendary chapter in television history. In 1943, in the midst of World War II, Churchill, Roosevelt, and Stalin gathered to celebrate the British Prime Minister's birthday. The photo captures an unusual moment of camaraderie between the leaders of the major Allied powers, surrounded by global tension. Their expressions reflect both respect and the solemnity of the era. That historic meeting symbolized the alliance that would define the course of the global conflict.
In 1973, David Bowie arrived in Moscow's iconic Red Square, bringing his avant-garde style to the heart of the Soviet Union. His bold and provocative presence contrasted with the rigidity of the Soviet environment, leaving an unforgettable impression. The photo captures the artist as a bridge between cultures and eras, challenging norms and expectations. That moment cemented Bowie not only as a rock star, but as a global symbol of innovation and rebellion. In this image, three iconic figures of American culture come together, each standing out in their own universe. Shel Silverstein, master of literature and music; Bill Cosby, then a television comedy star; and Hugh Hefner, the Playboy mogul. The photo reflects a unique blend of creativity, humor, and extravagant lifestyle. Together, they seem to capture the diverse and bold spirit of the America of their time. In 1946, Admiral William H.P. Blandy and his wife celebrated the atomic tests at Bikini Atoll in an unusual way by cutting a cake shaped like a nuclear cloud. The image combines a festive smile with a disturbing context, reflecting the paradox of the atomic age. As they posed in front of the cake, the scene seemed straight out of a cartoon, but the underlying theme was profoundly serious. This moment captures the mix of wonder, power, and controversy that defined the first nuclear experiments. In the 1930s, Uncle Dave Macon considered the first American country star shown on the Grand Ole Opry stage alongside his son Doris. The photo captures the essence of country music at its roots, with his banjo in hand and an infectious energy. Nashville thus became the epicenter of a new musical phenomenon that would sweep the country by storm. This moment reflects both family tradition and the beginning of a legend in American folklore. On May 8, 1945, the men of Easy Company celebrated the end of World War II in Europe inside Hitler's private residence. The colorized image captures the euphoria and relief after years of intense combat and extreme sacrifice. Their faces reflect triumph, exhaustion, and the disbelief of being in a place that symbolized so much terror. This moment immortalizes the Allied victory and the feeling of freedom after one of the darkest chapters in history. In 1983, Mr. T surprised everyone by posing as Santa Claus at the White House alongside First Lady Nancy Reagan. His iconic image with chains and a mohawk contrasted comically with the actor's traditional Christmas attire. The photograph captured the actor's signature blend of humor, charisma, and eccentricity. This moment became a fun Christmas memory that bridged pop culture and American politics. In 1948, photographer Arnold Neiman captured J. Robert Oppenheimer in Berkeley, showing the man behind the project that changed the world. His serious and thoughtful gaze reflects the weight of having directed the creation of the first atomic bomb.
The image conveys both intellect and internal conflict, a frozen moment of scientific and ethical history. This portrait reveals the genius who transformed physics and left an indelible mark on humanity. In 1989, Sean Connery was in Petra, Jordan during the filming of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. The image captures the iconic actor in his role of Henry Jones, Indiana's father, blending elegance and adventure. The ancient landscape of Petra adds an air of mystery and epic to the scene. This moment reflects the on-screen chemistry between father and son and the magic of one of cinema's most memorable sagas. On May 8, 1945, Winston Churchill greeted the crowds gathered in Whitehall, London, as the city celebrated the end of World War II in Europe. The photograph captures the overwhelming joy of a population relieved after years of conflict and sacrifice. Churchill, with his signature gesture, becomes a symbol of leadership and triumph. This moment immortalizes the collective euphoria and renewed hope of a liberated nation. In 1945, the news of Hitler's death sparked euphoria in Canada, where crowds gathered to burn his effigy. The photo captures the passion and collective relief after years of war and global suffering. With fire and shouts of celebration, citizens expressed their symbolic triumph over Nazism. This moment reflects both historical justice and the emotional liberation of an entire generation marked by conflict.
On June 27, 1995, Hugh Grant was arrested in Los Angeles during a police operation near Sunset Boulevard after being caught engaging in public sex with sex worker Divine Brown. The mugshot captures the actor in an unexpected moment of vulnerability and controversy. This incident became one of the most talked about Hollywood scandals of the 1990s. The image reflects how even the most admired stars can become embroiled in media controversies. In 1919, Vladimir Lenin and other Soviet leaders gathered in Moscow's Red Square to commemorate the second anniversary of the October Revolution. The photo captures a moment of political euphoria and the consolidation of the new Bolshevik power. Amidst the flags and uniforms, the determination of a newly established regime was evident. That moment symbolizes both the revolutionary victory and the construction of a radical future that would change Russia forever. In 1966, George Harrison of the Beatles immortalized his visit to the Taj Mahal with a personal photograph, capturing both the monument's majesty and his fascination with Indian culture. The image reflects the musician's interest in spirituality and the travels that would later influence his music. With his characteristic relaxed style, Harrison seems to connect the modern with the historical. This moment combines the fame of a rock icon with the eternity of one of the world's most iconic places. In the latter part of the 19th century, a Victorian-era lady posed elegantly, reflecting the fashion and social norms of her time. Her elaborate dresses and refined accessories told stories of status, tradition, and detailed craftsmanship. The photograph captures the sobriety and poise that defined high society women. This moment transports the viewer to a world of formality, ritual, and Victorian sophistication. In around 1916, Flora Saunders became the only British woman to serve as a soldier during World War I, enlisting in the Serbian army. The photo captures her determination and courage in a male-dominated role, challenging the norms of the time. Her participation in combat and her bravery made her legendary among her comrades. That moment reflects a story of daring, sacrifice, and the struggle to break barriers in wartime. On June 4, 1941, Babe Ruth attended Lou Gehrig's funeral, solemnly bidding farewell to his teammate in front of the open casket. The photo captures the sadness and respect of a baseball icon at the loss of another legend. His gestures reflect the deep friendship and admiration that united them on and off the field. That moment immortalizes a moment of mourning that marked the history of American sports. In December 5, 2003, U.S. Senator Strom Thurmond celebrated his centennial just a month before retiring from office. The photo captures the blend of vitality and longevity of a politician who left a historic mark on the Senate. Surrounded by colleagues and congratulatory crowds, his expression reflects pride and satisfaction for a life dedicated to politics. This moment symbolizes both the end of an era and the celebration of a century of influence and controversy. In 1965, the voice actors behind the Flintstones brought to life the characters that would become television icons. The colorized image captures the creativity and talent hidden behind the voices that made entire generations laugh. Between laughter and microphones, these artists transformed simple scripts into unforgettable prehistoric adventures. This moment reveals the invisible artistry that gave life to television's first animated family. On October 1, 1966, during National Day celebrations in China, Mao Zedong signed a copy of the Little Red Book belonging to American civil rights leader Robert F. Williams. The photo captures a historic meeting between two figures of radical influence in their respective countries. The gesture symbolizes a mutual recognition of revolutionary ideals and political resistance. That moment combines power, politics, and a curious transnational connection in the midst of a decade of social change. In 1967, Nico and Andy Warhol posed as Batman and Robin for Esquire magazine, merging pop culture, fashion, and irreverent humor. The photo captures Warhol's irreverence and creativity, while Nico brings his enigmatic and cool aura. Between costumes and playful poses, the image reflects the experimental spirit of the 1960s. This moment immortalizes how art and popular culture could intermingle in surprising and provocative ways.
During the 1967 Super Bowl I halftime show, Len Dawson was captured smoking a cigarette, offering an intimate glimpse into the legendary quarterback's more relaxed side. The photo, taken by Bill Ray, shows how even great athletes had moments of pause and humanity amid the tension of sports. His expression conveys tranquility and focus before returning to the game. That moment immortalizes not only the beginning of an era in the NFL, but also the culture and habits of another era. In 1961, President John F. Kennedy received Indian Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru in Washington, D.C., marking a historic meeting between two influential post-war leaders. The photo captures the solemnity and protocol of the arrival, as well as the cordiality between the two. This moment symbolizes the strengthening of international relations in the midst of the Cold War. The image reflects diplomacy, mutual respect, and the beginning of a strategic dialogue between the United States and India. On August 5, 1969, Neil Armstrong celebrated his 39th birthday in quarantine after returning from the moon, a moment of introspection and relief following the historic Apollo 11 mission. The photo captures the mix of celebration and isolation as the world anxiously awaited news of the crew. Armstrong, a pioneer of space exploration, experiences an intimate moment that belies the magnitude of his achievement. That day captures the humanity behind the hero who set foot on another world. In 1954, Chet Baker sat at the piano in Hollywood, letting the sensitivity and melancholy that characterized his jazz flow. William Claxton's photo captures the musician in a moment of absolute concentration, while each note seemed to narrate his life and emotions. His elegant and relaxed style reflects the sophistication of jazz of the time. That moment immortalizes not only an exceptional talent, but also the intimate and vibrant atmosphere of 1950s Hollywood musicals. In 1927, President Calvin Coolidge received and wore a headdress offered by the Sioux people during a celebration in Deadwood, South Dakota. The photograph captures a symbolic gesture of respect and recognition between the American presidency and the Native American community. Coolidge, serious and formal, holds the headdress as the moment reflects the interaction of cultures in early 20th century America. That moment immortalizes a curious blend of political ceremony and Native American tradition. In 1967, Elizabeth Montgomery shone on the set of Bewitched, embodying Samantha Steffens with her iconic blend of charm and magic. The photo captures her elegance and charisma as she prepared for another take on the series that would win over millions. Her smile and gaze reflect the joy of bringing to life a beloved and revolutionary character for television at the time. This moment immortalizes the creativity and playful spirit of one of the most beloved comedies of the 1960s. Around 1995, in the midst of the Bosnian War, a Muslim couple celebrated their wedding while an armed escort provided protection. David Turnley's photography captures the contrast between the joy of engagement and the tension of a devastating conflict. Amid smiles and wedding dresses, the image reflects resilience, hope, and love amidst violence. This moment immortalizes how life and tradition can persist even in the most dangerous scenarios. In the early 1990s, John Ritter, Elijah Wood, Faith Ford, Jesse Ziegler, and a young Scarlett Johansson posed together, capturing a moment full of freshness and emerging talent. The photo reflects the diversity of generations and styles that were beginning to make their mark in film and television. Their expressions show enthusiasm and camaraderie, anticipating careers that would shape pop culture. This moment immortalizes the beginning of a golden era of rising young stars. In 1989, Chuck Berry and Carl Sagan reunited to celebrate the success of the Voyager 2 mission, uniting music and science in a single historic moment. The photo captures the shared excitement between a rock icon and an astronomy pioneer, celebrating the exploration of deep space. Their gestures convey enthusiasm and admiration for human achievements beyond Earth. This moment immortalizes how creativity and curiosity can converge in unique and memorable celebrations. In 1914, John Smith, also known as Gabinaguias, was photographed as a representative of the Chippewa people. The photograph captures his serene demeanor and the depth of his gaze, reflecting the history and identity of his community. His features and clothing conveyed tradition, pride, and a connection to his roots. This moment immortalizes both an individual and the cultural richness of the native peoples of North America. In 1973, photographer Ron Galella posed with a football helmet wrapped around Marlon Brando, recalling the infamous moment the actor punched him, fracturing his jaw and knocking out 5 of his teeth. The photo captures the tension and dark humor of an encounter between fame and journalistic perseverance. Galella, always bold, turns his protection into a symbol of resistance in the face of irritable celebrity. This moment immortalizes both the dangerous and absurd dynamic between paparazzi and Hollywood stars. In 1963, Joseph Kennedy celebrated his birthday in Hyannis Port, surrounded by his family, capturing an intimate and affectionate moment. The photograph reflects the closeness and unity of the Kennedy family, a symbol of power and charisma in the United States. Amidst smiles and warm gestures, one can perceive the private life of a dynasty that dominated the public eye. This moment immortalizes both the family's joy and the legacy of one of the most influential families of the 20th century. On February 2, 1959, the last photograph of Buddy Holly was taken, capturing the young rock icon shortly before his tragic death. The image reflects his energy and charisma, traits that made him a music legend in such a short time. His eyes and smile convey a passion for his art and the bright future that was slipping away. This moment immortalizes a talent who left an indelible mark on the history of rock and roll. In 1849, a daguerreotype of President Zachary Taylor was captured in the White House, offering one of the first photographic images of an American president. The seriousness of his expression reflects the solemnity of his office and the formality of the era. Every detail of his clothing and posture convey authority and respect. This moment immortalizes not only a leader, but also the beginnings of presidential photography in the United States. On September 22, 1939, in Brest-Litovsk, a joint military parade between German and Soviet forces was held to celebrate the partition of Poland. The photograph captures the imposing display of power and coordination between two totalitarian regimes. Amidst soldiers, flags, and strict formations, the tension and coldness of a strategic agreement that would change Europe are reflected. This moment immortalizes a dark moment in history, where the temporary alliance of aggressors determined the fate of a country. In 1945, Captain Lewis Nixon of Easy Company, 506th PIR, 101st Airborne Division, was nursing a hangover after celebrating VE Day in Hitler's Eagle's Nest. The photo captures a moment of humor and exhaustion after liberating thousands of bottles of liquor, wine, and champagne hoarded by Hermann Göring. Amidst laughter and a headache, one senses the strange mix of military triumph and festive indulgence. This moment reflects how soldiers celebrated victory while dealing with the excesses of liberation. Around 1972, Jack Albertson, Red Buttons, Ronald Neame, Gene Hackman, Shelley Winters, and Ernest Borgnine celebrated Hackman's win for Best Actor for The French Connection on the set of The Poseidon Adventure. The photo captures the joy, camaraderie, and pride of a group of legendary actors sharing a cinematic achievement. Their smiles and gestures convey enthusiasm and admiration for Hackman's talent. This moment immortalizes the union of great figures of cinema in a moment of celebration and artistic recognition. In 1964, photographer Cecil J. Williams was captured drinking from a whites-only water fountain, a tension-filled everyday act during the era of segregation in the United States. The photo reflects the normalization of racial discrimination and the silent struggle of those who faced it daily. His gesture conveys both vulnerability and resistance in the face of an unjust system. This moment immortalizes the reality of American apartheid and the perseverance of those who documented and challenged oppression. In April 1906, Robert C. Ogden, Secretary of War William Howard Taft, Booker T. Washington, and Andrew Carnegie posed together on the steps of the Tuskegee Institute during its 25th anniversary. The photo captures a historic moment of collaboration between business, political, and educational leaders in support of African American education.